This is the Patriots Prayer Podcast. It's a tremendous show, one of the greatest shows in the history of the world.
This is Bryson Gray, and you are watching the Patriots Prayer.
Soon on the Patriots Prayer Network. Thank you all.
America's falling, they all say. Gather the faithful now and pray. The Patriots Prayer. The Patriots Prayer. All the wicks are trimmed, oil is filled to the brim. I haven't changed yet somehow. I'm radical now. America's falling, they all say. Gather the faithful now and pray. The Patriots Prayer.
What's going on, Patriots? Welcome back to another PPN reaction. And guys, listen, I really look forward to this one because, Tom, Dax, both of them really do their thing. And it's amazing to constantly see the evolution of the alternative rap genre. Tom made that statement about, he's not allowed in hip hop's house or whatever the guy said. And then Tom said, it's all right. I built a whole nother house across the street. I just thought that was absolutely just a classic comeback to that. But in any case, I've liked these guys quite a bit. I've listened to a lot of their work, and they definitely are a couple that encourage us to continue this fight for common sense, decency, and facts over feelings kind of way of looking at life. So this one is called Soldier by Dax, featuring Tom MacDonald. And guys, as usual, we have not heard a single lyric, a single note. And what you're going to see here is a true, absolutely true reaction. So let's get right into it. And Dax, Soldier, featuring Tom MacDonald. Here we go.
I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm the one who will wake up when the times get hard. Yeah. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. When times get hard, I'm who they call. I'm a soldier. When my back's against the wall, breaking now or fall. I'm a soldier. I know how it feels to be caught in the rain. Going to war in your brain when depression is staring you right in the face and anxiety's grabbing you, making you shake. But there's people depending on you to be great, so you hide all the feelings and push them away. It's too hard trying to make
He said there's people depending on you to be great, so you hide all your feelings and you push them away. I think that sentiment that he's describing right there is something that a lot of people in leadership positions, political, at your company, at your, whatever it is, right? They realize the amount of weight and pressure that's put on them, and people are depending on them. And it's overwhelming at times. I felt it myself being, at the head of this, PPN, and Maurice and I have definitely seen this network grow over time. And there's a lot of pressure on us to grow it faster and be more involved, and, a race to that, to that point of, I damn sure wouldn't say mainstream, because that's definitely not our goal at all. Zero to be mainstream. It's to be the alternative but true media. And, I identify with the statement that Dax just made. And then he's obviously coming at it from a position of a soldier at war. He's got people back home depending on him to come back home and have won this war and won this fight, and to be great, no matter if you think you are or not. You have people depending on you to be great. That's a lot of pressure to put on a man. And I can completely relate to that.
The cool off and it's all in my veins. I'm making these new songs to move on and restrain from grabbing the sword off and going to cock it and aim at these who wants the people who shame. The role that a man is to play as a husband, a father, a brother, a son to a servant in his family's name. They laugh in your face when you try to explain or express. They tell you they love you without any loyalty, patience, or basic respect. Then expect you to smile every day while it's eating your mind and your soul, your flesh and your work, and you wither away to the day that you can, and you're broken and nothing is left in your road that you can't even soldier. I'm a soldier.
Yeah.
I'm who they call. I'm a soldier. I'm the one who they call when my accident falls. Breaking now will fall. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. My pronouns are he, him, his. My job is to feed these kids. Be strong, keep feelings within. My papa taught me to protect the weak. A man ain't what he got, a man is what he gives. And when he gives it all, then it still ain't enough. That he's the one to blame and no one gives a shit. Never leave a man behind.
Listen. Oh, so what did Chris Rock at one point, one of his I think it was Bigger and Blacker, he had a comedy show that he, I don't know, one of the bigger shows he put on back in the day, and he said, men don't get anything except for the big piece of chicken, and some women don't even want to give up the big piece of chicken. No one ever says, thank you, Dad, for these lights. I sure is easy to read with these lights. But you got to understand the sentiment of what he's trying to say. And this right here, he just described, what is, a man has a lot of pressure. Mom is much different. A man is loved for what he can provide. Now, we can argue whether that's right or whether that's wrong. Because a man, if he is a man, will provide. That's a fact. But it is very hard for people to really get it. Because to a man, that makes you think that, well, that means I'm only worth what I bring in. Does anyone really love me as a man? Does anyone actually truly love me? Is what I'm doing appreciated, or do they only love me for what I bring to the table? And the sentiment is, yes, that's exactly the way it is in the world. Because I think that in these relationships that a lot of people get into, just the way the male-female dynamic is set up in our society, is that a female will feel loved if a man provides for her. And a female doesn't feel loved if a male is not providing. So she may take the fact that you're not providing as a fact that you may not love her enough to go out and bring home the bacon so she can cook it, right? So whatever the case may be in your house. But yeah, I mean, listen, as a man, it's very hard. I went through a lot in my past as well. And I had to ask myself a lot of these hard questions. And when you get in and out of relationships, good, bad, or indifferent, everything has taught you something. Everything that you've encountered, every argument you've had, every knockdown, drag out, you name it. It's taught you something, and it shaped who you are and how you deal with people, especially in relationships. And depending on what you went through, that can leave you extremely jaded, trust issues and the whole bit. So I get it. I 1,000% get it. And I'm going to rewind it just a hair so we don't miss nothing. Because, Tom just starts hitting issue after issue super fast too. He don't give you a chance to wrap your mind around the first thing he said before he moves on to something else. So
no one gives a shit. Never leave a man behind. We'll crack and break within the hands of time. I got an axe to grind. With anybody trying to identify as a guy, if their chromosomes ain't XY, you would never understand what it's like for a man. Gotta fight with your hands, wanna cry, but you.
he just said, if anyone's, oh man. So he's saying basically that those people who are trying to identify as men, if your chromosome ain't XY, then guess what? You can't. You absolutely cannot. Unless you are a man, you are not going to be able to relate to what an actual, real, biological man goes through. That's a fact. That may hurt some people's feelings, but it's an absolute fact. So I think he said, I don't think it has to be broken down any more than that. It's just true on its surface. It's true.
As a guy, if the chromosomes ain't XY, you would never understand what it's like for a man. Gotta fight with your hands, wanna cry, but you can. If it's right for the fam, you will tighten your pants. Provide the romance, you would die where you stand. Gotta be a bigger man when there's problems. Get judged by the money in your wallet. It's our fault, let's be honest. We built the world that labeled us toxic. We gotta lead and teach and keep the peace and fight the fires and be police. When a man gets tired, he don't lay down to sleep. He take all the heat, don't complain, no retreats. It's a cold world and it's hard times, and our children inherit the land. You think that being a boy is just picking a pronoun? You should try being a dad. You could.
Come on, man. like I said, Tom just has a way of relaying the truth in a way that nobody else does. And he just puts it right out there. I love this dude, man. I absolutely do. There are people that actually do things that, you know, make things better, make society better, make the world better, make their communities better. And Dax and Tom are working toward that end because listen to the things that they rap and sing about. There's no animosity there except to those who are trying to tear down our communities and tear down the world and make things worse and drive God out and drive morality out. And not, you know, these guys are sticking up for the virtues and the values of traditional ones. Decency, common sense, truth. And I can't say enough. I mean, how much I would love to have either one of these guys come on the podcast. I would love to just sit down and have a conversation with either one of them. Adam Calhoun as well. There are so many now. This movement of these people that are making this, genre of music is just so many of them now. And it's just, I love it. And I can't wait until the mainstream rappers that are out there right now trying to guard that, that gate to keep these guys out. I can't wait until these guys are those guys. These guys need to be the mainstream, and those guys, they need to be the alternate. They need to switch places. They absolutely need to switch places.
Children inherit the land. You think that being a boy is just picking a pronoun? You should try being a dad. You can build all the houses and fix all the cars and work till you're breaking your back. But the hardest job in the world, being a man. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. When times get hard, I'm who they call. I'm a soldier. I'm the one who they call. And my back's against the wall. I'm breaking now, I'll fall. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. Battling feelings I can't even show. Weight of the world on my shoulders is crushing me. People around me, they don't even know. I put on this cape and go save everybody while I'm being shattered and all of my bones. Take on the pressure of being the hero who saves, but has no one to help with his own. Demons inside that try to eat him alive. I'm going insane, and when I'm out of my mind, I look at the stars and talk to God in the sky. I wait on his words, but I don't get a reply. I try to refrain from diving deep, so I hold back tears that try to come out my eyes. In this world as a man where we know we can't cry, because the people we love look at us to confide. So I'm silently screaming.
Once again, one of those things where as a man, we have to also find that place and then people that we can be around and other men that we trust. And it's a very hard thing for us to do, to allow us to be vulnerable enough to get the feelings out that he was just expressing. because you can't, a lot of times, if you can't do that with the people that are in your, immediate family and things like that, sometimes you want to guard those things from those people because you don't want them to look at you as not strong, right? Not a man. But other men, they understand this. They understand this all too well, what we go through on an everyday struggle. We know what it's like to get up and go to work and put in time on a clock, or have to go to a place and risk our life because we're men. And women always ask, like, is there any medical mandate? I think we're just in this last election when Kamala Harris sat down with that lady and said, is there any mandate for any man to have to do anything or what they can do or can't do medically or anything? Yeah, there is. It's called the selective service. If they ever initiate a draft, women are not in that. Women, your name's not on the list. You're not an option when it comes to the draft. But men, from 18 on, we are. We are taught from the time we're able to, be taught that we are supposed to sacrifice ourselves for the people that we love. We're supposed to work for the people that we love. We're supposed to risk it all to keep you safe, even at our own peril. That's a man. That's a man, and it's being responsible enough to take care of the lives of your children, of your wife, and make sure everyone has and no one is without. And just to be there and be a shoulder to cry on and just to lean on. And a lot of times in being that person this whole time, and that's all you know, it is very hard for you to realize that sometimes you need a person as well. So I get it.
For help, life is a battle inside of these trenches, especially when fighting it all by yourself. PTSD from the memories, people who left you for dead and then drug you to hell, leaving you shot deep inside of a shell with stories you hate but nobody to tell. While you question God if you're soldier. I'm a soldier. When times get hard, I'm who they call. I'm a soldier. And my back's against the wall, I'm breaking now I fall. I'm a soldier.
Yeah.
I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier.
Guys, listen. I value so much the music that these people. I love this what it is to be a man that he did. Dear Alcohol. So many of the songs that he puts out. I mean, there's a life lesson in there. There is a reason to listen to the song. The message means something. And so for that reason, guys, I'd ask that you absolutely support artists like Dax, like Tom MacDonald, Adam Calhoun, and others. Struggle Jennings. I just, there's so many of these guys now, and they're coming out of the woodwork, and thank God, because we needed an alternative. There's so much negativity in the world, and so much, like, in the regular rap game, it's all about who's better than who, and they're constantly just going at each other and tearing each other down and talking about all of the wrong things. So it's just a breath of fresh air to hear somebody come on and talk about things that give you life lessons in the music to help you understand things that you may be going through, things that you can relate to. So if you haven't gone and bought the song yet, go get it. Dax Soldier featuring Tom MacDonald. Go support the artists that do these things. They deserve it. They deserve it. And stop supporting the people who tear your communities down. Right? Stop supporting the people that don't share your values. Spend your money where your value system, and don't hate the values that this rapper puts out and then go and spend money on his music to support him so he can make more like this. Stop doing that. Stop doing that with your money where you go buy your clothes, where you anything at all, services, goods, whatever it is. Support the people who have the same value system as you. And other than that, just be the change that you want to see. And that's what these guys are doing. And that's why they need our support. So as I always say, the silent majority, you need to stop being silent and stand your ground. We'll see you again on the next Patriot Prayer Reaction, guys. Go check them out. Dax Soldier featuring Tom MacDonald. Have a great one, guys.
This is the Patriots Prayer Podcast. It's a tremendous show, one of the greatest shows in the history of the world.
This is Bryson Gray, and you are watching the Patriots Prayer.
Soon on the Patriots Prayer Network. Thank you all.
Mary